Paul Pogba's situation takes another twist today. We've been hearing in the last few days that Real Madrid are pulling out of the deal, a deal to sign Paul Pogba, and now it seems that Juventus are digging their heels in and are trying their best to keep him by offering him a new contract worth in the region of 130,000 a week. I'm not too sure what he currently is on, but it can't be the best of deal at this moment in time. Manchester United reportedly offering him 210,000 a week after tax, which is mammoth. And his agent said that he's not unhappy at Juventus and he's not in a hurry to move away from Juventus. Now, the deal could still happen. He's only been offered this contract. He hasn't accepted it yet and signed it, so we will have to wait and see what happens there. But it is a huge gap in the amount of money Manchester United are offering to what Juventus are offering. And at the end of the day, I know we're not in the Champions League, Manchester United, but the money does talk, and it is a short career. I know he's 23 years of age, so he's probably got 10 years left in him, but to be playing for Manchester United and to be earning more than double what he's earning at Juventus is for me a lot to turn down that huge amount of money. You know, it's completely different to what Jamie Vardy turning Arsenal down. He's getting the exact same money that Arsenal offered him, so, and he's going to go on to be legend at Leicester City and probably get a statue there. So if Arsenal had probably offered him around 200 a week, 250 a week, he probably would have accepted that, because, you know, at the end of the day, money does talk, and he's in the latter stages of his career. He would have still been getting Champions League football there, but, you know, the money does talk, and his agent is obviously going to get such a big cut of this price. We've reported that he could be getting around 25 million out of this deal, so he's going to want to be pushing this deal to happen. Reports in Spain are that Manchester United want to get the deal done for Paul Pogba by the end of this week, early next week. It seems to me that Jose Mourinho just doesn't want to mess around and wants to get this deal done and dusted if it's going to happen. If it's not going to happen, obviously I think there will be news this week regarding it, because either way he's either got to sign the new contract, or there's going to be continued speculation that he's going to be coming to Manchester United if he doesn't sign the contract soon. Because we've seen with Arsenal, Alexis Sanchez still hasn't signed a new contract, and rumours keep coming out that he could potentially be going to Juventus because he hasn't signed a new contract. So we'll have to wait and see. The best scenario for me would obviously be Juventus sell Paul Pogba to Manchester United and then use a big chunk of that funds to sign Alexis Sanchez. How good would that be? Arsenal fans would go into absolute fucking meltdown. Manchester United obviously would be delighted, because even though some people are criticising Paul Pogba for his performances in the Euros, Thomas Muller had a poor Euros. It's a few games. You can only play a few games, up to 7 games in the competition. It's a poor standard of football. He was played in a defensive midfield role yesterday against Portugal, which isn't his best position. He needs to be further up the pitch. He still scored 1 goal in the tournament and set up the second goal in the game against Germany. So it wasn't a terrible tournament for him. But you've got players like Joe Allen that had performed well in the tournament. Sissoko performed well in the tournament. You just have to have a run of a little bit of good form, and you can have a good tournament. You know, it doesn't mean to say that Joe Allen's better than Paul Pogba just because he had a few better games against some shit sides. It just isn't like that. You know, Paul Pogba, you've got to judge him over a 38-game season. He's won 4 league titles in Italy with a decent Juventus team. And I think he's a great midfielder and will certainly improve on Herrera and Fellaini in the midfield. He's definitely better than both of them. I would say he's better than the likes of Schneidlin and Schweinsteiger now, and Michael Carrick, who are coming to the end of their time, Schneidlin, Schweinsteiger and Carrick. So he would be the best midfielder at Manchester United, definitely. We've been hearing in other news today that Manchester United are willing to offload Juan Mata on a permanent deal. Everton are one of the leading chasers to sign him. He would apparently prefer to move back to Spain with the likes of Valencia, buy him for his signature. Wish him all the best. It does look like he will leave Manchester United. It is a shame that it hasn't worked out. He is a quality all-round footballer, just isn't good enough to take Manchester United to that next level, to be challenging for the Champions League in a couple of seasons, hopefully winning it again and winning the Premier League and FA Cup and League Cup on regular basis. So we will have to wait and see the situation. I think there will be some news on the Paul Pogba situation in the next few days, if not few hours, because something's going to have to happen. Because otherwise, Jose Mourinho, I think, will look elsewhere for another player. I just hope that we don't end up dropping our standards and getting someone that's not at the elite level, because I don't really want to. I mean, we've got the likes of Schneidlin, who I think are decent players, and unless you're going to improve on that and get sort of the Kante level, I don't really see the point in getting a mediocre player, which I don't think Mourinho would do. He'd probably stick with what he's got if he can't get the decent level of player that he wants to get. But he has taught them Matuidi could obviously be that backup player. We will have to wait and see what happens there. Anyway, like the video, let me know your thoughts on the situation. I still think it could happen, this deal, but you could also stay at Juventus and sign that new contract. We will have to wait and see. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and we'll be back again with any more breaking news when it happens. Talk to you soon.